This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Let's talk about some of the events you were having here. In White Plains, you did a 20-man miniature Royal Rumble, and it came down to the fake Diesel, Crush.
There's no fake Diesel. There was Diesel.
And Rocky Maivia. And Meltzer would say, if you can't figure out who won that, you aren't paying attention. But Maivia did do his first job in Quebec to Vader. Do you think, in hindsight, obviously we know it all worked out just fine for The Rock, but in hindsight, would you have done anything differently for the debut of Rock? I mean, he debuts at Survivor Series, at least on television. He's got to go on a winning streak. I mean, that's sort of wrestling 101, is it not?
I wouldn't have done anything different. No. I think that if you didn't have that, you wouldn't have had The Rock. If you didn't have them shitting on Rocky Maivia, I don't know that The Rock would have ever.
Meltzer would say Austin pinned Goldust in White Plains, and he received 100% cheers. In Montreal, Michaels would pin Mankind in the main event, and Sid had a title defense pinning Austin. So Austin is already starting to turn the fans, and we're going to talk a little bit about Bret Hart a little later, because I think he's already planting the seeds to turn heel with the style of match he's going to work on this pay-per-view we're discussing. And then the promo beforehand, he's just super frustrated, but we'll get there. Another note from the Observer, Cassidy has changed his look and dropped the geek persona on his own as a way to get noticed, basically because his contract is coming up and he recognizes at this point he's going nowhere. Of course, Cassidy is actually the real life Al Snow. Al Snow has had a handful of gimmicks here in the WWF. You've told us before that Jim Ross was a big proponent for him. He was campaigning behind the scenes, and for whatever reason, it just never caught fire. We also know that it won't be too long. He'll go tiptoe over in the ECW, get over with the quote unquote head gimmick, bring back that and the Job Squad, and carve out a little niche for himself. But at this point, as part of the New Rockers, he's probably doing whatever he can to just hang around, right?
Yeah. And it was really time for Al to kind of go out. And the best thing for him at that time was for him to go to ECW and be able to try that out. And worked out.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.